All right, this is going to be Hot Lanta by the Allman Brothers from Live at the Fillmore East. So it's got this organ riff that gets it going. Okay, and the guitar is going to end up doing that kind of later. It's kind of with an open A string and a little bit of a chord going. Okay, so you got, and when you hit that 7 there in the D string, you kind of got that A bass going with it. So 5, 7, 7, 7, and then 5 on the D string and back. And then it kind of goes 5, 7, 7, 5. So that kind of a thing. So the first one on the organ. So just single note type of thing. Okay, then we're gonna get into the first guitar melody. So we're gonna have this 5 down here. So we had little 5, and then 5 to 8, 8 to 5 on the second string. So now we got 7 on the D, 5, 7 on the G, and then we're hammering back in there 5, 7 on the D. So we got. Then that guitar is going to go up to the 10th fret. So we're going to jump to that bigger string to keep it with the same notes we were doing down here. So we got 10, 10, 13, 10 on the second. Go to that D string. And then we're going to go to that lower one. And then we have this 8 on the second string. So 8, 8, 10, 7. 8, 10, 7. And then 6. Bend that 8 up, and then 5. And then we got. Okay, so once again, all those riffs we got. Okay, now we have a little bit of harmony stuff. So Duane Allman comes out with the same riff. But then he'll come over here to this 10. So he'll have a 10 on the G, 2 10s on the D, 12 on the A. And then they end up lining up again on those. Now his notes down here are going to be 5 twice, 7 to 4 then, and that's harmonizing with this other one, so it's 5, 5, 7, 4, and then 3, bend that 5 only a half step, go to the 2 there. So this is Duane's part. Okay, there's also a Duane thing where he comes in like the second time through the song. Now, instead of doing that one, he'll pop up here and he'll do this 12 up here. Okay, so he has 12 and then 15, 13. 14 on the D. And then 12 and 14 on the G. And he'll do those notes there, getting it in harmony. And then when the chord switches, he goes all the way to the 17. And that's typical of like the first riffs and stuff. So. And then of course his line was the 5. And the Dickey Betts line was the 8. And those chords on that part is going to be E minor 7, E flat minor 7, D minor 7, D flat or C sharp minor 7. So that's like using the middle finger on the big 12, and then we're going to mute the next string, the A string, and then we're going to have this on these next 12s on the D, G, and B string. Kind of a jazzy way to do a minor 7 set of chords. Okay, then we get into a solo section. This is going to be like the organ solo, but it's going to be the same types of chords that you'll use for the guitar solos too. So it's going to be a A7 sharp 9. That's 12 on the A, then 11, then 12, and then 13. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to switch to this one. 12, 12, 11, and 13. That's a D7. Back to the A7 sharp 9. Then we got those chords. Okay, so we got our chords there. A7, sharp 9, D7. And you could be doing your A minor pentatonic kind of scale, soloing over that stuff. Da-dee-do. We get into that descending chromatic chord progression. Okay, so I'm going to skip the Duane solo. We're going to look at some of the Dickey Betts solo. It's a lot slower. It's kind of easier to figure out. Okay, so this Dickey Betts solo is going to start after that riff. Okay, so the first thing we have is we wait one little half a beat and we go 5, 7, 4, 5, 7. So that was 5, 7 on the D, 4, 5, 7 on the G, and then we're going to start on that 4, 5, 7, 4, 5 on the second string. So together that was 1, 1, 1. Now here we're going to be on the second string, 4, 5, 7, 5, 7, 8, 7, 8. And then we're going to start moving up to the 10 even. So we're going to have 1, 1, 1. So once we get to the 10, we're going to go 10, 7, 8. So we got this little riff twice. 7, 8, 10, 7, 8, 10, 8, 10. Okay, so we got 1, 1, 1. So we have a little 10, 8, 10 after that. So we got. And then we're going to slide into this 9 to the 8. We're going to get into this longer riff with the 7, 8, 10 all the way to the 12 and 15 coming up. So we have that. And then 7, 8, 10, 12. 15 to 12 twice. So once again, that was. So that last bar, we got this 15 bend, 12 to 15 on the second, and then 13, 15, 12 on the G string. So. Okay, then there's a little bit of another riff I want to show you here. This is like the next part of his solo. So it's 4, 5, 7 on the A, 4, 5, 7 back on that A. So does the same thing off that other string, and then he starts getting this little riff. So 4, 5, 4, 7, 5, 7. Okay, just kind of a weird Dickey Betts riff. And then they get back into that kind of... And then we have a new riff. We're going to go... So that was 8-5, 8-5, 7. And then we're going to go... So that was 7 on the G, 5 here on the B string, 5, 7 on the G, so that's 7 on the D. So it's... And then we're going to go... So that was 7, 5, 7, 5, 3, big 5, and then 5, 7 on the D. Okay, and the harmony part on that is... So 12, 10, 8, and then 10, 8. And then we got... So that's 5, 7, 8, 5, 5. So this is the Duane part. So da-dum-dum, dee-dum. And then for those last two, to go with this, it's going to be 8 to 5. 8 on the second, and then 5. Now there's a really cool part. It goes 1, 2, 3. And on the upbeats of those 1, 2, 3, this is how they get from the drum solo back into the top of the tune. It's going to have this little chord up here, 12 and 13. So it's like boom, 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 3 times, and then you're back to the... So it's like drum solo finishes, and it's like 1, 2, 3. And the other guy be like 1 and 2 and 3 and... All right, thanks a lot for watching. Allman Brothers, Hot Lanta, live at the Fillmore East. If you haven't heard that album, that is like the Bible to Allman Brothers fans. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you soon.